What's up, Journey Tribe? Welcome back to the Zen Den. Today's class is focusing on our back and relieving tension, making space, and just feeling good in the body. Before we get started, if you love free yoga, please subscribe to the channel. Secondly, if you have any type of back injury or chronic back pain, I want you to consult with your physician or physical therapist or chiropractor before taking any of these sequences or postures. I am not a doctor. I'm just a yoga teacher who's doing what feels right in my body, hoping that it translates to your body. And lastly, before we get started, I am going to use a block as well as a bolster. For the block portion, if you don't have one, I will recommend a modification. And for the bolster, you can grab a big comfy pillow. Other than that, unroll your yoga mat and we'll start in a standing position. All right, you're on your yoga mat, you're standing up, and if you're not, please join me and let's get started. Standing with the feet hip width distance. For this entire practice, we're really going to focus on keeping the knees nice and bent. Having the legs super straight is really taxing on the hamstrings, which are then all connected to the back. Everything's pulling on one another. And yeah, that's no bueno, right? We're working on showing the back some love. Alrighty, so with that disclaimer out of the way, feet hip width distance, soften into the knees, relax the shoulders down onto the back by doing a few shoulder rolls, and then allow the hands to just rest down by your sides. And just take a few breaths here, about 3 to 5 to come into your body, come into the moment. Awakening the senses, energizing all the body, just being right here, right now on the mat. Setting an intention to show the backside body some love. 2 more rounds of breath. Last big inhale all together. Open the mouth and release. Alrighty, heel toe the feet together. On an inhale, sweep the arms up and out to the side, overhead, grow tall, gaze up at your fingertips, and then bend the knees deeply to forward fold. Relax the head and neck all the way down. Again, keeping the bend in the knees here, super important. On an inhale, drive down through your heels, slowly rise all the way up, arms sweep out to the side and high. We'll go right back down. Exhale, forward fold. Moving through about 5 of these half sun salutations. Relax the head and neck. Let it go. Inhale, sweep the body all the way up. Super bent knees, strong core for that transition. Gaze high. Exhale, right back down. Bent knees. Relax the chest. Melt the head and neck. Inhale, come up high. Gaze at the fingertips. Last one. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Take your time. Relax the knees. Let the head and neck hang. This time, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to walk your hands over to the right as you straighten the left leg and bend deeply into the right knee. Ooh, you're going to feel it on the outside of the left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, melt down here, relax the head and neck, breathe all down the left side body. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, walk the hands back through center, switching sides, take it over to the left, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Sending the energy to the right side of the body now. Making sure not to roll to the outer or inner edge of the feet, but staying centered on all 4 corners. 1 more round of breath. Inhale, walk it back through center. Inhale, lift up halfway with bent knees. Shine the chest forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, ground down through the heels. Arms go high. Exhale the hands down through heart center and soften them down by your sides. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to clasp your left hand around your right wrist. Grow a little bit taller through the fingertips. And exhale over to the left side. Again, paying attention to the feet here, not rolling to the inner or the outer edge. Staying planted in all four corners as you reach through the right fingertips. Make a lot of space on the right side body. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Switch the grip. So right hand comes around left wrist. Grow tall through the fingertips. Exhale over to the right. Making sure not to arch or dump into the low back here, but activate the legs. Hug the hip points up. Release the sacrum down. 1 more round of breath. Inhale makes you come all the way back up. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale to make your way all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Reach towards the horizon, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and step it back to downward facing dog. So just like what we were doing in all those half sun sows, make sure you're deeply bending in the knees here, sending the sitting bones high, really letting the hamstrings just take a break here to make space in the low back area. Stretching out all the vertebrae on the back side. 2 more rounds of breath. Feel good in this posture right now. The strength of the arms are supporting you. The chest is opening. The backside is elongating. The legs are stretching, but they're also surrendering. 1 more round of breath. Next, exhale, soften the knees down. Move through 3 rounds of cat-cow. That could mean anything for you, whatever feels good. But do it about 50%. So no need to seriously arch into the back. Just take it about 50%. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to round the body. 2 more rounds. Inhaling, open. Exhaling and rounding. Last round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Come to neutral table and just send the hips back over the heels with knees together for child's pose. Extend the arms long in front of you. Soften the forehead down. Take 5 breaths here. Continue softening. Using the breath to stay present. Two more rounds of breath. Last inhale. Let it go. Exhale. All right, inhale, lift the gaze. Come up to a seated position. If you have a block, I highly recommend it. If your hips are not very open, I recommend placing a blanket underneath the bum to allow the pelvis to tilt forward. I like to grab a block here for this, so you can do the same, possibly even stacking 2 blocks up to really help with some flexibility. So just coming into a naturally comfortable seated position, meaning your sits bones are rooting down into the earth. You're able to lift up through the crown of the head, make space in the back without straining. Fingertips drive down into the earth. Huge inhale. Exhale to tilt forward with a flat back, so keeping energy through the crown of the head. Take a round of breath here. Exhale to come forward and round the back, forward fold. So if you have the block tower like I do, just allow the forehead to soften down onto the blocks. Just allowing the hips to open here. Make space. Letting the low back soften and release. If you came into it and it's too much, just slowly back out of it. Recalibrating what you need right now in the posture. Stay for 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale, begin to rise by lifting the chest, walk the fingertips in, and then just switch the position of the feet, making sure that both hips get equal love. So from this space, fingertips drive into the earth. Inhale through the crown of the head. Exhale with a flat back, tilt the pelvis forward. And then round the back and forward fold. One more round of breath here. Open the mouth. Inhale to lift the gaze. Remove those blocks out of the way if you have them. And then staying here in this seated position. Bringing the hands to interlace behind the head. Take a big inhale. Exhale to twist to the right. You're just twisting through the thoracic spine. So we're not twisting all the way, bringing the low back into it. We're just using the middle to upper back here, okay? So sorry, let's start again. Interlace the hands behind the head. Big inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist to the right, using just the middle back. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Take it to the right. Back through center. Just keep moving like this. Over to the left. Back through to center. Over to the right. This time, let's hold for 3 breaths. Keep the elbows wide. If you're feeling it in the lower back, come back more through to the center. One more round of breath. All the way back through the center. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, over to the left. 3 rounds of breath. Feeling good in the pose. One more inhale. Come back through to center. Inhale the arms tall. Reach through the fingertips or reach them to the sky. Exhale for a side body stretch. The right forearm comes to the earth as you reach through the left fingertips. Use the strength of the right hand to push down into the earth and send the left sitting bone and hip back down as you reach through the left fingertips, opening the heart. 2 rounds of breath. Breathing all down the side body. One more inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, lift up and just take it straight over to the left. So the left hand, forearm comes down as you reach the right arms over to the left and send the right sitting bone back down. 2 rounds of breath. Feeling so good here. Big inhale. Come back up on an inhale and slowly make your way to your back. So if you are experiencing a cranky back, we don't want to roll the body down. That's putting more stress on the backside body. So what I was taught to do is you come onto your side, you just slide the hand out and slowly turn onto your back like so. So if you do suffer from back pain, that's a great way to make your way down to the ground. Or if you're a yoga teacher, that's a wonderful tip for your students. Taking the feet as wide as your yoga mat and then just allow the knees to knock in towards one another. They don't necessarily need to touch, but just allow the knees to soften in towards one another and then the hands to rest down by your sides. You want to feel like the whole pelvis is neutral here. Lots of space being made in the back. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. I invite you to close your eyes. Nothing to do, guys. Just surrender and soften. Keep the breath active. One more round of breath. All right, coming into a figure 4. So bringing the left ankle to rest atop the right knee, right above the right knee. Send the left knee out and then hug the knees in towards the chest. Send the hands through the hole you made, catch behind the right thigh. Let the right foot then soften back down and hug the knees in towards the chest. Again, going about 60 to 70%, not your fullest effort. Just relaxing here, releasing the hips. 3 deep breaths. Last round, big inhale in. Open the mouth, release. And then instantly just switching sides. So the right ankle comes across the left knee. Interlace the hands through, catch the back of the left thigh, and then hug the knees in towards the chest. Again, taking about 50 to 70% here. If you can, neutralize the pelvis down, soften the shoulders down. 3 deep breaths. Last inhale. Open the mouth, release. Alrighty, so here comes our block portion. If you don't have a block, I invite you to take legs up the wall. That means you're just gonna bring your body all the way up to a wall and then windmill the legs around so that you can just rest the backs of the legs up to the wall. It sounds exactly like what it is. If you're not near a wall, like so, like me, bring the block either to the second height or the lowest height. And you're gonna rest it right here, right where your pelvis is, so the flat part of your back. You don't wanna feel like your back is arching at all. The block is fully supporting you here. Once you're nice and steady and comfortable, hands rest down by your sides, and then slowly begin to lift the legs straight up to the sky. Make any kind of adjustments that you need, wiggle, waggle. Let the knees just have a micro bend here. Relax the shoulders down, palms facing up. And we're gonna hang out for about a minute here. Again, absolutely nothing to do. Just gently keep the breath active. Keeping the ankles stacked over the hips. And everything softening and surrendering, yeah. You will start to feel like your legs are falling asleep. It's not a big deal. The blood's just flowing in an opposite direction. Stay here. Keep the breath active. We're halfway there, yogis. All right, 5 more breaths right here. Use these 5 breaths to invite as much space and softening as you can into the body, especially in the back area. 2 more rounds of breath. Last breath is your biggest one yet. Big inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. If you're literally against the wall, slowly windmill down to your side. If you're with me, relax the knees down, bring the feet to touch, lift the hips up enough to remove the block. And then we're coming into our final posture, Shavasana. I'm going to be using a bolster. I invite you to use yours too, or a pillow. And we're just bringing the bolster to rest directly underneath the legs, so that, again, the low back can feel like there's a lot of space, neutral pelvis position. All right, so get comfy, situate yourself, make any adjustments you need. Again, take one more big inhale into the heart and body center. This time, open the mouth, release. And then settle in, yogis. Relax down. Enjoy this moment. Let yourself fully immerse in it. Let the body integrate, revitalize, and reconnect. Shavasana. When you're ready, and you're more than welcome to stay right here, invite deeper breaths into the body. Feel the rib cage expand and extend. Feel the chest broaden. From here, make those micro movements, fingertips, toes, ankles, and wrists. On your next inhale, reach the arms overhead. On your next exhale, bend the knees and just come onto your favorite side for fetal pose, using the bottom arm as a pillow. Noticing that sense of renewal, reconnection. Next inhale, use your hand to lift up to a seated position. Hands come to heart center. Take an inhale for yourself. An inhale for this community. And an inhale for the entire world. I invite you to open those eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I really hope you're feeling so much better in your body. Know that this practice is always here to support you, and I'll meet you back here in the Zen Den.